Testing. Check 1, 2, 3. Hello. Can you all hear me? Hello. Hi, Anthony and Rosemary. Can you all hear me? I'm just waiting for some of the others to join. Let's see. Great. Okay, hello. Hi. Let me admit Jessica.
Hello.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very good.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Oh, Jessica went off. Okay. So
Hi, Rosemary.
we're just waiting a couple of minutes for some of the other participants to join us.
Okay.
And then I'll start. Rosemary, why don't you share a little bit about yourself in the meantime while we're waiting.
Hi everyone, this is Rosemary, just signed in. Well, the day turned out to be very busy for me. I did make it home. So as you can see, I'm not at my desk, but I went through the challenge and I'm glad to be in the team.
Well, that's nice. Where are you at now? Is this like your office or?
Oh, I'm at sports club,
Okay.
in the library, to be precise.
Oh, in the library. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Jessica is joining us. Okay, hi Jessica.
Hello. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you able to turn on your video or is it not convenient for you now?
I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh, I see. It's okay.
I can. Oh, honey, please. My daughter's one. Let's see. This.
So I was expecting a little more. I think Dorothy will be joining in a little while. I mean, in the meantime, Anthony, why don't you introduce yourself? We've kind of worked together for quite a couple of months earlier. So
Yeah.
But the rest of the team didn't really know you yet. Yeah.
Okay. From this where I am, it's evening. I believe it's Rosemary's place is also evening by now.
Yeah, it's 10 p.m. for me now.
Yeah, for me it's 5 o'clock, 5 p.m.
Here it's 10 o'clock in the morning, which is why I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay.
Why don't you introduce yourself, Jessica, just to let us get to know you a little more.
I'll turn off for a second. I'll let you see my face. Right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jessica, and I'm from the United States. I'm from Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I'm doing my master's at the moment.
Nice. Okay. Your volume was a little bit soft, so I couldn't catch some of the things you're saying at this time, but I think it's okay. Where are the rest? So have you all taken a look at the challenge question so far?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yep. So,
Yeah.
so actually, this meeting is really just for me to get to know you a little bit more, and hopefully for some of you to get to meet some of your team members before you start working together. And hi, Dorothy. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Why don't you introduce yourself, Dorothy?
Hi, my name is Dorothy. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Germany, but I do study in the Netherlands and I will hopefully be receiving my certificate in July, shortly before
Oh.
I step to the plane to Canada.
Oh, that's nice. So you're graduating this year. That's
Yes,
cool.
exactly.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Um, I think the interesting composition, the team composition for these two teams is that most of you are a little bit more mature. Like there are a couple more graduate students in the teams compared to some of the other teams who are a little bit younger. But I think that's great because then you have more diversity in the mix of teams. So. So today I just really wanted to have an opportunity for you all to meet each other before you kind of split off into your own teams. So I'm managing two teams, teams 22 and 28, and so I'm sure you would have at least tried to take a look at the challenge question by now. But the whole purpose of this webinar is just to meet and greet you and also get you up to date on some of the administrative things that are happening before you embark on your challenge, so that we get to, so that we get some really nice and interesting presentations and they will have a really great experience from this whole thing. Okay. So a little bit more about myself. I'm just going to share my screen now. Let me get my screen up.
My daughter's needs more.
Oh.
This is my little girl.
Oh, that's so cute. What's her name?
Her name is Isabella. I have a 3.5-year-old, so it gets a little noisy around here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm like pacing around because I'm trying to get away from her so that you can't hear her cartoons.
No, it's okay. So for today's meeting, I'm just going to cover this just a little bit about myself. I'm 24 years old. I am from Singapore, lived in Singapore my whole life, and I'm currently an undergraduate student at Singapore Management University. I'm interning at a local consultancy firm, doing some business development for them, and I was previously working on a consulting project with them. So I got involved with X Culture when I did a module last semester, and after that I joined their coaching program, helping the students for the previous semester in 2019. We kind of did a little bit of an introduction, but I kind of want to know a little bit more about, where you're from, a little bit about what you do right now, and also why you decided to join X Culture and what you hope to get out of this this experience, so that I can make it the best for you. Yeah. Anyone wants to start?
I can start. So with one word, you mean just how I would describe myself in one word?
Yeah, I mean, it could be, it would be nice if it could be like starting with the letter D, right, Dorothy, for you.
Okay. I have to think about that. So I'm from Germany, and right now I'm doing an internship at Volkswagen Cars. I don't know, maybe some of you know it. And I'm in marketing communications, which I really enjoy. And yeah, as I said, I will be graduating soon, and I will start at Volkswagen in September. So I'm super excited that I got the opportunity.
Nice.
And let me read. I don't know, I joined because I thought it was an amazing opportunity that I will never have like this again in my life, meeting all new people and in the beginning when I did the first project, I really enjoyed working on it and meeting new people. So I thought, why not do it again?
Okay.
And what I hope to get out of it is just meeting new people, have fun, and maybe learn something along the project that I haven't heard of or learned before from all the other people. Yeah, so just having a great time and a great experience.
Great. That's good. I mean, we're all about making new experiences, especially intercultural experiences through this. And I'm just gonna. I think someone is joining us. I believe this is Sherman. Hi, Sherman. Hi, Sherman. Are you able to turn on your video and audio? Okay. Anyways, we'll just continue while I think Sherman tries to get her system set up. Anthony, why don't you share a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Ezekiel. Anthony is my name. I'm MBA student. I completed the studies, actually, the classwork. I'm yet to graduate in January next year. Yeah. So I joined X-Culture when I was in my first year of master's class of MBA. That's when I was introduced in X-Culture. It was an amazing course or an amazing interaction in the team that I was in. That made me feel I need more of X-Culture. That's the reason as why, Ezekiel, I was in the coaching program.
Right.
I had joined the Symposium, and I believe I will continue with X-Culture. I don't think it's the end, because I believe it's a place I will be networking. I'll be meeting several people, and it's an amazing place to work in. I will gain a lot in terms of experience, consulting, and everything. So it's a wonderful place to be. Currently, I am an auditor.
Okay.
With the government here in Uganda.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last five years. I'm actually, I think, the oldest person here. I'm 36 years old, and I'm so grateful to be here. And I'm just a little bit having challenges with getting my visa, but I'm trying to work that out.
Okay.
I'm to conclude on the visa issue, and I'm just hands crossed praying for it to come on, so that I make it there. I'm actually so blessed as well to be in a group of only girls, young ladies, and I believe, yeah, this is a winning team. Rosemary, it's a winning team, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so I believe that Sherman has also joined us, and thank you, Anthony, for sharing. Sherman, why don't you try to introduce yourself? Just like a one-word adjective for you. My name is Ezekiel, so that's why I have like zesty or zealous, and a little bit where you're from, what do you do, why the symposium, and what you hope to get out of it. Sherman, your audio isn't on. Are you able to turn on your microphone? Or do you not have a microphone for this? Alternatively, you could also type a brief introduction into the chat, and then we could get to know you a little bit more through that. Okay, on the other hand, maybe Rosemary, you would like to share a little more about yourself?
Well, I'm not in a position to talk so much today, because like I explained, I'm in the library at the moment, and I don't want to distract people. But what I can say, one word is caring.
Caring, okay.
Why did I join X-Culture? I joined X-Culture while undertaking my MBA at USA, that is United States International University. It was part of the course, and I really enjoy it, and I'm hoping I'll continue being the team, and we are the winning team. Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry I have to be so there.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's great. Um, who else has yet to give a little more of an introduction right now? Let's see. Let me see. Um, I'm not sure if Jessica has introduced herself.
I'm Jessica. I'm from the United States, from Philadelphia, very historic city. I joined X Culture. I first did X Culture in my undergrad, 2016, I think. And then,
Okay.
and then I've been to a couple. I actually went to the Symposium last year in Italy,
Oh,
and I went to the one in Nashville.
Maserata.
Yeah, really nice. And I went to the one in Nashville, and I went to another one. And so I'm like a seasoned X Culture person, I guess. I
Wow.
really like it because I think that you get really good business experience and you get to network and meet people from all over the world. So I really enjoy it, and hopefully I'll do as many as they let me come back to, right? Because I think it's a different experience. Always have a different team, different questions. Just 1 second, please. Different challenges, and I hope to really have a good time. And hello, honey. Excuse me. Sorry, my daughter is like trying to get in here.
Hello.
3.5-year-old. And I run my own business. I have a small online personalized items like t-shirts, mugs, party favors, things like that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm doing my master's in international business and culture. I actually just graduated last year with my bachelor's. So.
Wow, it sounds like you have a lot of amazing things on your plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's always exciting to hear of people who repeatedly come back to the symposium, because this is my first time. So I don't really know what to expect, but I've heard a lot of great things from other coaches and previous attendees to the symposium. So I'm very excited to be in Calgary later.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have more or less introduced ourselves. Oh, Rose, Sherman, I think you got your mic on. Are you able to introduce yourself now?
Hello, everyone. Hi, at last I got connected. My name is Shamin Modest.
Hi.
Right. Are you seeing me?
No.
Not at the moment because I'm sharing my screen.
Oh.
Let me
Okay.
just go back to. Can you see now?
No, I'm seeing a slide. Yes, I'm seeing you now.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Can't really.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get it connected.
Sherman, you're on the phone, is it? Are you on your phone now? Okay, so I think all of us will have a little bit more time to get to know each other because the connectivity is a little weak, and I think Martin and Prichayana, I think they're trying to connect as well, but I think right now I will probably just move on with the agenda. There's actually a couple things that we need to cover in the next few minutes. So actually, the first thing I wanted to talk about was actually the whole purpose of this experience. We just really want to make it as enjoyable, interesting, memorable, and a great learning experience for you. So please feel free to get in touch with me as and when you have issues or things like that. So I'll be your primary point of contact for any administrative issues, and I'm also here to coach you along your challenge. So along the way, as you're figuring out the problem and the challenge, if you have issues that you need to, or you just need a sounding board, I'm here for you. And the challenge, if you haven't looked at it, it's Lake Louise. They're a ski resort in Calgary, and I believe the challenge is to develop a strategy that will actually allow the ski resort to significantly increase their winter business. I don't know if any of you do skiing or snowboarding, but be more interested in a challenge like this. Do any of you do those winter activities?
Not really.
Not really. Never skied, snowboarded before? No? Oh.
No. Tubing.
Well, what kind of sports do you do if you do any? Do any of you, or what are your hobbies in the meantime?
For me, I do football. Actually, this morning I've been playing football.
Nice.
It's evening here. That's why I'm saying this morning. It's morning that side. I've been playing football. I play football, volleyball, and then mostly the outdoors. That's what I do. So
I
much.
see.
I just came in when I saw your email and I said no. I have to sit on my computer now. I'm about to start the webinar now.
Okay. Nice. So yeah, I mean, I personally snowboarded like once in Japan, so that's why it's an interesting challenge for me, because I can relate to the experience of skiing. But I'm sure because we will all have a chance to visit the three companies while we are in Calgary itself. The other two being the Calgary International Airport, as well as the land municipality organization. So three very different challenges, very interesting. So there are a few action items you need to do that I hope you will do from now till we actually meet in Calgary. The first is, of course, to read and prepare for the challenge as a team. I was looking through the challenge instructions, as well as some of the reports that they had posted online, and I think the report that was posted on the ski report resorts report was fairly informative, although that report is actually on the United States market. So you need to qualify that in the research that you do, because the challenge is in Canada and some of the trends might be applicable, but they didn't actually give us a lot of data on Canada ski resorts, and there might be some differences between what the United States market is and what Canada's market is. Later on, of course, there is the global webinar that will go in detail about the challenge itself. So I hope to see you all there again later at 11 a.m. EST. And I understand that all of you are in the Facebook group. Is that correct? Yeah. So if you're not in, of course, just let me know and I'll try to get you onto the group. There is also a form that we need you to fill in. I will send another email later, but it's also on the Facebook group. We just need more information and details about you and all and other things that will allow us to process and make your experience worth it. Yeah. So those are the basic action items. But if I were to share with you a little bit more about the challenge, based on what I understand, I might be repeating some things later on, but let me look at it. So if you actually open the challenge, Lake Louise, on the very last page, they have a suggested schedule for you that actually is asking for, because it's a month, more or less, that you have before you make a presentation. And the presentation format is actually a 15-minute presentation and a 5-minute Q&A with the executives of the company. Lake Louise is a family business, so they are slightly different, not a typical corporate kind of a company. And so you need to also prepare a handout, a one-page handout. So it's a different, it's different to a X-Culture school module where you would present a business paper. So you kind of need to develop the slides and one-page handout. on that. So from now to July, when you actually go in country, you more or less have a month, and they kind of suggested that you spend the first week doing your research, coming up with basic ideas, brainstorming, and then kind of the second week you should be synthesizing those ideas and building up a little strategy. And before you join, you kind of go into the country, hopefully you would already have a slide deck completed with an idea on what your solution more or less looks like. But what I understand is that when you actually go to Canada and you speak to the executives and you find out more about this situation, it's possible that you may have to change everything. So just come in with the expectation that you have to adapt to what the business needs are on the ground, compared to what you can find out online, for example. Okay, and also, so from now until the next week, I plan to have at least 2 more meetings with both your teams together. So I'm planning to have one roughly next week or the week after. One key date you need to note is that there will be a webinar on either the 17th or the 24th of June, where you will have a chance to speak with the executives of the company. So at that meeting, when it is actually finalized, one member from each team must be present, so that you'll be there to ask questions, of course. And because it's structured with like a short presentation by the company, and a significant bulk of the time is a Q&A session. And based on what I understand of the challenge right now, there's not a lot of information that's available online. A lot of it is behind research paywalls, so you can't really get access to that, and you may need to ask the executives up front, especially because they're a family business, so they don't really publish a lot of their data online. So you may need to find out a lot of the data directly from them. So take note, 17 June and June 24th, there is a webinar for you to actually directly speak with the companies themselves. And I'll be having a webinar roughly next week as well. I'll finalize the date. So that webinar, or the week after, hopefully by that time we would have some initial ideas, and I can try to help you, guide you to structure them and get them in a presentable format. And I think the week before we actually land in Calgary, I will hold another webinar with both teams together to develop ideas. And so I also have a question here. Are you okay with me having combined webinars, or would you prefer that I have China wall between both your teams and guided both of you separately? Yeah.
I don't think it matters. I mean, because we're not getting into anything like secrets in this. I think that if we have a problem, or a question, we can kind of come to you, or like our team can come to you on like a sidebar conversation. So
Great.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I was just throwing out there in case there were any concerns from anyone on the ground. So okay, so we'll just hold a combined webinar with everybody. So I will have one webinar online just the week before, and I think the plan for that is that hopefully you would have kind of like an opportunity to present your ideas at the webinar, or at least your preliminary ideas before we go into Calgary. Yeah. So that's kind of the plan for me, and kind of the expectations that I have. And as an entire symposium, what we're also trying to do is we want you to have a little bit more of an identity and a stake. So we would like that both teams actually develop team logos. So that when we go in country, we can like have them on a wall, and it'll be all like really, really cool to have your identities, and we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff with that. It will also be nice if you could also develop a short team charter so that it's clear what your roles and responsibilities are, maybe some of the values and things that you want to get out of this challenge. So that's, it will help to facilitate the experience because it's such a short time before you meet in country, so that you can be really focused on what you're doing. Yep. So that is it. That is basically it from me. So at this point in time, I'd like to know if any of you have any questions for me at this point in time, and I will be here to answer them. Yeah.
Maybe probably to understand more about one-pager handout. How will it look like? How will it be like? Do you have a clue on one-pager?
Right. So I haven't went to the symposium before. I'm not sure if Jessica might have a better idea, but I think I haven't understood. It's probably an A4 printout of probably your recommendations and what your key insights are that you want for the company. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a takeaway of what you're leaving with them to remember your team. Because a lot of times, like I remember last year, each company had like 6 to 8 teams. So if you have 8 presentations back to back, they kind of get bored after like the 3rd or 4th, and they kind of stop listening to you. I hate to say that, but it's like it's something that you leave them with to remember your strategy, everything that you wanted. So you can do just a regular like A4 printout with like bullet points or whatever, but you kind of want to make something that they remember you by. So in Italy last year, we actually made a brochure for our company as like a marketing material. We did that in Nashville as well. So it's like something that you're going to leave with them that kind of wraps up and summarizes what your proposal is, but you want to make it interesting so that they remember, oh yeah, that's that team. Because like I said, like 8 presentations back to back for them, and they get kind of antsy after about the 4th one.
Yeah, I would agree. We have 8 teams working on each company, so that is that. Or is it? No, I think we have 10 teams this year. There's 31 teams in total, so there'll be 10 teams more or less back to back for each of the companies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? Nope. Okay. So if there aren't any more questions, I hope this was an informative and good time for all of you to get to meet each other, find out a little more, and I'll leave it to you guys to get to meet each other offline, have your own chat groups and all, and always I'll always be here to help you, be it administrative or with the challenge, and I hope to see you later at the next webinar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
So I will post. I'll post some of the. I'll send out a slide deck of some of the key action items for you all to work on from now to the next week. Okay.
Okay. All right then.
Okay. That's all.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.